boys and girls, today we're going to practice our words, and we are going to use some of these words to write in sentences. So you need your pencil and your journal. So grab those two things, and then when you're ready, you can come back and you can hit the play button. So go ahead and hit pause so you can grab your pencil and your journal, and then click play when you're ready. Okay. So the first sentence we are going to write is going to say, I go down the slide. So let's count out our words first. I go down the slide. So we have 5 words. Remember when we write in our journal, we start all the way over to the left side by this red line, and we work our way across from left to right. And if we need more space, then we come back to the red line and continue from left to right. Okay, so we know we've practiced over and over again. We start our sentence with a capital letter. So go ahead and write with me and work with me. Put our space. Go ahead and stretch out the word go and write the word go on your paper, and then you can check up on the screen to see if you have it like I do. But write the word go first by yourself. Go. Go. Now, one of our words up here at the top is the word down. So you need to look at the word that looks right, d. So you need to find the word that starts with a d. So that's right here. So you can just copy that word, I go. Make sure you put your space. I go down the. Now the word the should be stuck in your brain because that's a very, very, very common word that we see and read all the time. So T-H-E. I go down the. Now since I still have room, I'm going to continue writing right here and continuing from left to right. I go down the slide. So at the beginning of the word slide, I hear a blend. Sl. So go ahead and write the 2 letters that go with sl. Sl. You should have put an S and an L. Slide. Okay, now my I is saying the I sound. So right now this says I go down the slid. I need to make this say the I sound. So think about what we can add to the end of our word to make the I say its name. We should have put an E. I go down the slide, and then I'm ending it with a period. I go down the slide. So check to make sure you have it nice and neat and used your best handwriting, and then we'll move on to our next sentence. Our next sentence is going to say, we read at school. We read at school. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of space. I'm going to come down here. Think about the word we, w-e. Think about what letters you need. And it's the beginning of your sentence. So think about what you need to do with that first letter and go ahead and write the word we. Okay, then we need to put our space. We read. Let's get your first sound. Write it down on your paper. Eed. E. And hear the long E sound. E. And I know we've practiced several vowel teams. We've practiced E, E. We've practiced E, A. We've practiced the vowel team O, A. And we've practiced the vowel team A, I. So I need a vowel team that's going to make the E. E. So I could pick E, or I could pick EA. Either of those make the E sound, and I know just because I've seen the word read many times that I need EA. I need the vowel team EA. So right now that just says re. So say the word to yourself and think about what sound you hear at the end. Read. And go ahead and put that letter. We read at. Go ahead and write the word at. and then school. And that's a word that's up at the top of your paper that we are practicing this week. So see if you can find the one that looks like school. And go ahead and write the word school. We read at school. And I'm forgetting one thing. So look at my sentence, see if you can figure out what I'm missing. I have my capital letter. I have my spaces. I have who we're talking about and what we do. So it makes sense. But I've forgotten my punctuation mark. And I'm just telling you this, so I'm just putting up here, period. We read at school. So check your sentence, and then we'll get on ready to move on to our third. Okay. So the last sentence we're going to do is going to say, she was the last person in line. Okay, so it's kind of a long sentence. Let's count out the words. She was the last person in line. So we have 7 words. Okay, so let's get started. Scoot down a little bit. She, it has a digraph. Shh. Think about what 2 letters go. Shh. Our digraphs are, we've learned about our SH, CH, we've learned about TH. And there's also the digraph WH. We haven't really talked about that one too much. Okay, but if I'm doing shh, I need my S, H, sh, E. She was. Was is always a tricky word. It's always W, A, S. She was the, go ahead and write the word the, that should be memorized in your head. We used it up here in our first sentence. She was the last. So look up at your words at the top. Which one looks right? Last. Okay, so go ahead and write that word. She was the last. Now the word person, we're going to count out the syllables to help us spell the word person. Okay, so let's clap and see how many syllables. Per-son. It has 2 syllables. Listen again. Per-son. 2 syllables. So we're going to spell the first syllable P-er. Per. But now I need my second syllable to go right next to it. So I'm going to clap it out again. Per-son. On. Person. Person. Now this is not exactly how you spell person, but for first grade now, it's perfectly fine. We counted out our syllables, we put our sound. Okay, so even though it's not perfectly spelled correctly, it is okay for right now. She was the last person. Now I don't have any more space. I need to come all the way back over here. In. And our last word is line. L-I-N. L-I-N. And think about the sound of that I. It's saying the I sound. So go ahead and try and spell the word line on your paper before I put it on mine. L-I-N. Okay, and so you should have put L-I-N. And then you should have added an E, because without the E it says Lynn. She was the last person in Lynn. So we want it to say line. So we add the E. She was the last person in line, and I'm going to end my sentence. Okay, so now you have your 3 sentences. I go down the slide. We read at school. She was the last person in line. And we checked to make sure we had capital letters. We checked to make sure we had a punctuation mark. And this time we happened to use periods. We made sure we had spaces between each of our words. Some of our words used vowel teams. Some of our words used digraphs. And we even used syllables to help us spell the word person. So keep practicing those words down. This, last, school, and then. Those are your 5 words for the week.